Hi, I want to talk about the throat chakra, authenticity, and how living authentically brings about another layer of responsibility. So, when we take a look at the throat center, this is our center of expression, of communication, of truth. And I always say that this center is where we make choices to be the author of our lives, right? We are in the authority of creating our reality through our word, through our truth, and through our self knowledge, through our faith, through surrendering. This is all throat center. It is very unique because it is the only center that allows life force to come in and to go out. So when we look at the centers coming up to the throat, we're working with elements like earth, water, fire, air, and then we get to the throat and it's sound or ether. And so it is a center that allows the most vital element that we need to live and to survive in through our stream. And in Sanskrit, the word for the throat chakra means to purify or purification. And what do we do when we have something on our chest that we need to let out? We have to let it go. We have to express it, whether it's an emotion, a feeling, a want, a desire, an idea, a secret. This energy center tends to be blocked by lies or fear, right? When we're afraid to stand up and speak our truth, it tends to show up in the throat center. And so we create with our word. It is the only area where, this sound can come out and create our reality, right? When we repeat things, when we constantly repeat things, they become decrees and they become our truth because we speak it into existence. It creates a vibration, a thought form, and then a real physical form. And when we come and we're bringing from the top to the throat center, we're expressing ideas and visions and imagination and dreams. And then when we're working our way up, we're expressing needs, desires, will, and love, right? And so to have this energy balanced is to live authentically in every aspect of our life. And clearly that's a challenge. That is a journey. That is uncovering layers, uncovering programs or dissolving programs that perhaps our family, our friends, our intimate partners, our lovers, our colleagues, society, all of these programs and thoughts and beliefs that help us become who we are throughout our journey. The throat center is that area where it's like, okay, what's true? Where are you not being authentic? Where do you get to take responsibility for the choices in your life? Where do you get to surrender in the areas that you don't have control, right? Because this is also like, where can I control? Where can I put my 2 cents in? And so going into the concept of authenticity and how it's connected to the throat, because it's connected to truth and universal truth, and then also personal truth. And if that truth that we believe has been someone else's truth, then how do we remove those layers of illusion so that we're in alignment with who we truly are? And that's where, again, authenticity comes in, and responsibility, because once we're authentic, we are taking the authority back. We are putting our own will into play, coming from the heart, coming from what we see internally and what we know to be true for ourselves, what we feel to be true, and and we live it. And so that's where solar plexus comes in, because that's our will, that's our action, that's our identity. These two are really highly connected, because the solar plexus is social identity from the ego, identity from personality, from the titles that I have, whereas this is authentic truth, again integrating who you are, who I am as a spiritual being, with this human essence, with this human vessel, right? And so with that authenticity comes responsibility. To be authentic is to take authority over one's life. That's it, to be genuine. And when I think of genuine, I'm not sure if this is the origin yet. It reminds me of genius. We are our own genius. We each individual has this unique energy with them. That's the point, is to unveil that, is to live that truly, and to have the experiences that are going to help the soul advance. And so responsibility, because it's challenging to be yourself when we're constantly bombarded with how we should be. And it's challenging to sometimes go against the grain. Sometimes it's challenging to have views outside of what has been culturally accepted. It may be challenging to speak up and create realities that are outside of what's been normal, maybe in your family or in your workplace, in the way that you learn, in the way that you relate to other people, in the dreams that you have, in the way that you want to serve, right? You know, it could be quirky, it could be unique, it could be outside of the traditional. And to be responsible with authenticity requires to like stand firm, to know who you are. That's that self-knowledge, to speak it, to have faith that being in your truth is the most important thing that you can do, as long as, you know, there's no harm to other people, no intentional harm to other people, or to self. What is harmful is to not live in that truth, because that actually can lead to emotions, needs, desires being unresolved, being unfulfilled and unmet. And that essentially can turn into dis-ease, right? Illness, ailment, because the physical body is actually so out of alignment with what it's here to do, because it remembers that it'll show you, it'll send messages. So going back to being responsible in your authenticity, to be responsible is to respond, is to answer. It is to pledge. And so are you pledging to be authentic? Are you embodying your authentic self? Because that is your responsibility. It's easy to, again, get caught into what others desire for us or want for us or would think we should be or shouldn't be. Yet the true challenge, the true work is to stand in that authenticity, to uncover it and to live responsibly in it, to respond, to answer the call of what you are here to do and what you are here to embody. Yeah. So throat center of authenticity, of truth, of being the authority, of faith, of surrendering, of speaking what you want into existence, of speaking truth, not only self truth, you know, that personal truth, yet also universal truth, standing up for that, and being responsible in that authenticity, because you are the author of your life. You get to make those choices. You have free will, and you can choose differently from whatever program, whatever belief, whatever patterns you've taught yourself and others have taught yourself, so that that authentic self shines, and so that you respond to that call, so that you pledge to go back and say, I came here and I lived my truest version every day of my life. All right, that is today's message. Namaste.